just as it has always been. When our memories of the ancient world fade into twilight, a new era dawns to fill the void, an unfamiliar path with a pulse of its own, a tempo not dictated by the labor of men, but accelerated by the rhythm of machines, launching the world into an age of bold innovation. From this cauldron of steel and sweat, a vision of prosperity emerged. harnessing the untold power of the elements, turning night into day, creating new designs that brought the world stage to the masses, and providing an experience that many had never.
I'm Danny Diggs. For 4 decades, I served in law enforcement. From a dispatcher to an investigator to sheriff, my commitment has always been the same: keep our neighborhoods safe.
first up. We'll see. We'll see how we go. Let's send the scout off and just check out the rest of our lands. And bring the warrior down here next to the barbs. Okay, so it does continue. I thought maybe we might have been on a island for a minute there, but it looks like we've found Mombasa. Brilliant. 30 gold, really important. Probably makes sense for us now to get a worker. Although I am conscious of the fact that we could need another military unit soon. I think it makes sense to get the worker and bring the warrior back to base. Yeah, we send the scout up just to help deal with this archer. Yikes. But otherwise we'll keep this one scouting because I do want to just make sure in case we've got, you know, Genghis Khan or the Carthaginians or something here. Take that with the warrior. And you can just move a little and heal a little as you go. Ah, devilish, old friend. Enjoy the map. Fewer turns used exploring. It allows for more informed planning. Yeah, totally. Totally couldn't agree with you more. Something I can sometimes lazily ignore as well, which you may or may not have picked up on. Yeah, I want to absolutely paint this map. Paint this map. Fill in all the blanks. Fill in all the blanks. Taking a little bit of a beating here out in the open. So we'll probably go rough improvement and just slot back a little toward the city. We don't need to... we should send the scout up through Mombasa, actually, because we might be able to pinch a worker. The greed! We don't need the wonder production because we're never going to beat the AI to the Great Library, so we'll go oligarchy in the push for legalism. Yep, you're looking good. Just fortify it and keep an eye on that barb camp, and while we're distracting it, send the scout down and around. We can see another city-state down here, right in the tundra by the looks. Unlucky. Get a view of Mombasa. Looks like it's got a really interesting spot geographically here. Oh, and a barb camp nearby. Okay. Milan. Very good. And another barb camp down there. They went for oral tradition. That's all good. Scream into Milan. And Quebec as well. And again, we are the first to meet them. All the gold, friends. All the money. Oh, this is actually really big. This could be a Pangaea, maybe. I just kind of assumed in my mind that it wouldn't be. Because of all the, you know, there's like lots of different island maps. I'd love a Babylonian archer. Or to stumble across a goodie hut that has an upgrade. Upgrade the scout into a spearman was what I really wanted, to be fair. Okay, so we just finished writing, and we have our great scientist. Very good. Great scientist placement with Babylon is something I'm not overly familiar with. Obviously, we're going to want to work this tile, so wherever I put it down, it does need to be a workable tile. We have 2 sources of cotton, and only one of them will need to be worked. That being said, there's no real point replacing that tile. I'm just thinking, do I want to put it on a highly productive tile or a food-bearing tile? I lean towards non-river adjacent tiles because I probably want to farm those, so it sort of excludes this top part of the city. I think a forest grassland, you know, not terrible. Right, we get 1 food and 1 production. Oh, you're loading up your own game to play along. Brilliant. Oh, and welcome along, the X-Jed. Good to see you here, dude. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, so I'm just contemplating, do I want to go full-on production or would I like to get some food with this? It's a really tricky one. I think because the city itself is already quite productive. Or no, actually, no. I'm gonna do it on the hills. Purely because I'm considering not settling as quickly as normal. Sometimes with Babylon, you may want to hold off until you unlock the. I'm gonna lock that tile. Sorry, got distracted. That's gonna stagnate our growth. We can't really afford to do that. Well, actually, we can. Yeah, I did sort of know that going into it, didn't I? Let's hold just until we get the worker out, and then we'll swap. I think that's right. Sorry, I got totally distracted. Now we need to make sure that we can get our luxuries. So we've got mining and calendar, masonry and calendar rather. So let's just. We also probably actually want our bowman. I'm gonna grab our bowman next, and then probably mining, masonry, or calendar. The plantation improvement will be good. Another barbarian camp. There seems to be more barbarian camps than anything here. Yeah, see, look, we're gonna struggle a little bit with these barbs if we don't get our archers sometime soon. Would have really loved a free upgrade. Hello, step right in next to you. Chonk. We'll give him a wee stab. Maybe you'll run away. Yeah, he didn't like that very much. Didn't like that very much. We'll just hold the line while we can. Yeah, look, they're running absolutely rampant because somehow there's no AI here. Which I'm not mad at. So yeah, so one of the strats with Babylon could be that I don't settle a second city until I get my national college down. Getting a little bit scared at the number of barbarians. Ah, look, a goody hut. Through that archer, we might send this one up and bring this dude back to base because I think we've scouted out everything. We are one of the world's busiest people because we settled on that hill, which I think was a great move. You need to flee to the hills. Speaking of hills, right, that was why we didn't get that. That'll be a confirmed kill, but that warrior's gonna stomp in and be a real pain in the backside. I really don't want the scout to die. It feels like a shame to heal instantly though, so I'm gonna go with survivalism and just hope and pray. Again, great library, not big for us. Probably building the library is a good idea, obviously. But also, because I was a bit greedy, the granary is a good idea as well. But we're gonna go. We'll move the library. We'll move the library out first. And we've got masonry yet. Just thinking about actually what sort of tile improvements will be useful here. Not many. Right, this warrior is. We'll just bring our warrior inside of Babylon. Pushing through there is going to be near impossible with that archer plinking at us every turn. So we could sort of double back along here. Hope that other archers moved along. Excuse me, friends. It's important to make units early on. If yes, why? A wonderful question from the chat. Thank you. And you might. Yeah, that would be wicked. Great move. Great move, Devilish. Fully support and encourage that. Yes, it is important to make units early on. It's something that I have to acknowledge. The XGed I'm not particularly good at myself, but basically the higher the difficulty, the more important it is. But also you need to consider your geography. So in this case, other than barbarians, it doesn't look like there's an immediate threat from any AI. Okay? We don't know what's over here, granted, right? There could be an AI right here. Or, you know, on an island. But I think it's important to consider where the threats are as well, right? That's your biggest thing when you're thinking about, should I build units? How many units should I build? So on and so forth. But generally, yes. Make sure that you have, as a rule of thumb, you probably want at least 3 military units to defend your capital from barbarians, and then more if there's an invasion threat, which there very well could be at any time, particularly on the higher difficulties, of course, because the AI start with a lot more units. They start with, what is it? 5? I want to say 5, but that's completely uninformed talking out my rear end, but I think 5. Let's we do still have some exploring to do up north. Oh. Oh, I just moved that scout into some random axeman that I didn't even know was there. I couldn't even see him. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Oh, yikes. Okay, let's re-advance this warrior. Round 2. Oh, goodness gracious. What a faux pas. What an absolute faux pas. Yeah, me saying that building military units idea is a good idea. There is a little irony in that, I'll admit. All right, legalism is out, and we've got our monument, which is great because that'll put us on. Well, it won't put us level with the AI's culture because they'll still be a lot better than ours, but it'll at least give us a fighting chance. Okay. We're still going to take a minor defeat, so we're just going to hold in the trees. Waiting, watching. He's gone mad. Pacifists run no more. Hey, you're too right. You're too right. Yeah, just gonna watch that bar because we can't actually destroy it. Getting this farm up and running is going to be brilliant for us because we will actually have a high food tile, and then I can go into my governor screen and make sure we're actually working this academy, which is of course the whole idea behind this run. Now, let's carefully edge that scout up. Yeah, and again, you can just do nothing, friend. Manila is under attack. We should keep an eye on these city-state quests because they matter, and it's something that's really easy to overlook when you're, particularly in a situation like this where you're playing a deity run. And every decision matters, and you're sort of a little bit, not stressed, but a little bit concerned with the amount of things you might have to be juggling. At the moment, it's not too bad, of course, because we're in the early game, and on standard speed, you know, some of these turns aren't very impactful. Let's grab masonry so that we can improve that stone. And Mombasa are maybe going to give us a free worker, so that's very kind of them. Yoink. Unit needs hors d'oeuvres. They do have an archer, which is very, very clever of them, but it won't be strong enough. So, yep, thanks. I'm taking that worker. Thanks very much. I wouldn't have built one myself if the AI was closer by, but they're quite far away. It's going to take us 10 turns or something to get this bad boy back. Ah, speaking of bad boys back, Barbarian Camp has pumped out another archer, which will be a fairly easy kill for us. Yikes! We just traded our scout. I did not expect that scout to die, I have to admit. Okay, there goes the Great Library, built in a faraway land. So as you can see, we would have never stood a single chance at that. Good defense against range attacks. Going to be quite useful next turn because we're going to take another volley from that archer because we just weren't quite strong enough to defeat it in one. We're going to need a bowman, and I'm going to get this, chat. I'm actually going to build a bowman. Me, the biggest pacifist of all time. I'm building a bowman. And I'm sending this poor worker back here with absolutely nothing. Absolutely no hope. Alright, that farm is done, so let's micromanage here a bit more. I want you to work that tile. Our growth is really low still, is my only concern. Putting it on the hill was a good long-term play, but a poor short-term play. So, we live and learn. Although I sort of already knew that and still made that mistake, so maybe we just live. Happiness, we're on 2. It's all good. That will suffer, of course, quite a lot because of the difficulty. I don't actually want to do that attack. We're just too weak. We need our bowman online. So we'll just hold off and see where this archer moves. Come on. Come on, you lone wolf, you. How are we doing on masonry? 1 turn. Sweet. Alright, you can just do nothing. Just do absolutely nothing. Take a day off. Oh, the X-Jed joined the mini pixels! Hey! Oh, brilliant stuff. Welcome along and congrats on gaining access to some sweet, sweet members-only emojis and more perks on the way, rest assured. It's brilliant to have you. Can we get some, if there's any more members in the chat, can we get some emojis in the chat, please? That would be wonderful. Spread the love. And that gives us, that actually, I think, unlocks the opportunity to add another emoji. Now, emoji feels like the wrong word, but yes, we can have another one. So, I think we wanted a coffee cup, but we'll see how we go. Would be nice to get one trade route up and running. I'm also remembering the Oracle would be fantastic too. Let's do it. We need calendar anyway. Oh shoot, yeah, that worker does actually need to move 1 tile. Get a quick fortify until heal. Ah. Yep. You're gonna get hunted down and destroyed. That'll be an absolutely fruitless endeavor, but can get a wee quarry going. And send the warrior out. Maybe we can do something. Oh, friend. Oh, friend. The worker that could. On the bright side, we may be able... You're just gonna have to hide. You're just gonna have to hide. You have no way of embarking. We've trapped him. We stole him, we trapped him. Oh, on the bright side, the archer appears to be... Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Moving along. The game is... yes, look at it. Nice to be here, bud. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I say it a lot, but it really does mean the world. And it's really helpful, particularly for a small wee channel like this one. It's very helpful. So thank you. Right, next up in the build order... Pretty happy with my workers. I could use 1 extra military unit, but because we're not near AI, I'm going to risk it a little bit for the biscuit. I'm tempted to build the granary just because I'm quite concerned about growth. That being said, we have no faith production right now. I'm not too concerned about getting a religion as Babylon. The other option is, of course, the settler, which would be a good idea to get our second city settled, but I would also like to try and push for National College first. I'm going to play it a little bit greedy and build a granary. And now we have our unique unit, the Babylonian Bowman, which is a very good unit, but really more designed to play to Babylon's strengths, which is defense rather than offense. So the Babylonian Bowman does a bit more damage than the normal Bowman, and it has around the same defensive capacity, I think, as the Warrior, which is interesting, of course, because it's a ranged unit. But I believe it can defend with the best. Chonk. I'm gonna take that next turn. clear this absolute pain in our side thanks to our wonderful Babylonian bowmen. Very cool unit. I love the, I don't know about you guys, but I love this, the little unit icon. I just think that's so cool. It looks more like a catapult than a bow, granted, but I think it's pretty cool. Right, finally, there we go. Done and dusted. Done and dusted. Oh yes, the worker. Go, friend! Be free! Now, where's the next barb camp? I think we just roll through and clear as many as we can. Make the most of our military units. We've got that one there, we've got that goodie hut there, which is near another one. In terms of next cities, because I will settle another, obviously, I'm not just going to do nothing. Settling up there gives us gems and truffles. Not a particularly fruitful area outside of that, i.e. no rivers, but we don't need to worry about fresh water too much. Along here, you see lots of good river tiles. We could connect silk. Eyeballing up here, or perhaps around here as well. This is quite nice with the mountains, actually. Yes. Maybe we want our second city to be an observatory city. For that sweet, sweet plus 50% science boost. You know it, friends. What are you doing? Cool, we're getting near our national college. Wonderful to see. The tricky thing about cotton is it's not like... It only provides extra gold, so obviously I'm keen to connect it, but we don't really see a huge benefit from it. We will see a significant benefit from that granary coming online though. Look at that jump in growth. Babylon is growing 3 times faster thanks to the granary. And seeing as we don't need the +1 gold and minus happiness, we're definitely going to go with Land Elite, which will give us plus 10% growth and +2 food in the capital. And there is hopefully our growth issues relatively sorted, and now I feel much better about working this productive scientific tile. Okay, walls of Babylon, obviously they are our unique wall. Do we really need them immediately though? I think no. How many turns away are we from philosophy? We have 5 turns, so to maximize our efficiency, I want to build something that's around 5 turns, or be prepared to stop something. My pacifist roots are showing, but I'm gonna say we don't actually need the walls of Babylon because they don't really achieve anything. I mean, they do, obviously, you can see they have an effect, but for us right now, we don't need that. Shrine, potentially, get a Pantheon, get a wee bonus from that. I'm willing. I would also love another Bowman, though. It's probably more sensible, but I'm going to go with the Shrine, because I'm not a sensible person. I'm a moron. Plink at you. Jasper, can't stay long. Just want to say thank you for the content, and we'll watch tomorrow on the rewatch. Oh, mean. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. It's really, really nice to see you, and I really appreciate you making the effort of letting me know, right? Because a lot of people just tune in and watch and leave, and that's cool. But it's also really nice to hear from you, so that, yeah. So thanks, and awesome. Right, what are you doing? Oh yeah, we rescued this work. I can't believe it. We don't really even need it because we've only got 1 city at the moment. Most progressive people, we're tracking okay considering this is a deity run. We're tracking okay. Absolutely going to want to start farming some of these tiles. So let's start creating some riverside farms here and here. That'll be a nice production tile. That is the strangest farm of all time. Who knows what they're growing, but they're growing a lot of food. Oh, brilliant. What terrain? What tile is this? It's just a crappy snow tile, so it's open. Let's grab the open buff. Plink. Oh, yes! Our bowman is so good! Right, that's that cleared. Lovely. Next turn. We will swoop in and grab that. Gold, and we cleared the encampment for Milan. We're receiving 3 culture per turn. Brilliant. That is why those, you can't sleep on city-state quests. They really matter. Did we not? Oh, we're 1 turn away from philosophy. It's the cheapest thing we can do. We get another scarp, which actually we don't even have a single scarp right now. Probably a waste of time though. What should I do with this 1 turn's worth of production? Grab another bowman. Start working on another bowman, I should say. May as well start improving these tiles. We're growing. Finally, Babylon is size 5. Also, the Oracle is online. Oh boy. I really want that too. I really want that as well. We've pushed philosophy. Pushing drama and poetry is another good shout as we work toward education. Any long-time viewers of the channel will know. Hey, Alan, welcome along, friend. Good to see ya. So I'm gonna pop back and just grab animal husbandry very quickly. What do I think of the NQ mod? Says the latest channel member. I think it's really good. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I should probably cover it. I've never considered. Would you guys be interested, engaging with you now in the chat and very responsive to your comments, reading them all? Would you guys be interested if I sort of looked at some mods? I don't know, I feel like some people feel like mods aren't very accessible, and that's why I often just play the vanilla game here, but I'd totally be willing to try some. And the NQ mod, which is the no quitters mod for those unfamiliar, is fantastic. Really, really fantastic. Probably the best mod for this game, no offense to other mod makers. Other mods are available. Just tossing up between bronze working and the wheel. I quite like the wheel for the watermill, so I'm going to grab that. Bronze working, though, equally as important, so we won't sleep on it. I'm not going to steal Milan's worker. I'm very tempted, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to leave them be. Yeah, we'll animal husbandry this horses, I believe. Get a pasture going. I would love the Oracle, but we're going to go with the National College, because as soon as that is built, we can settle our second city. It's a slightly unorthodox method for Babylon, and it won't be the method that I recommend when I make my Babylon guide, which is part of the reason why I'm streaming Babylon today, actually. So, yeah, it's yeah, we'll go with that. We'll keep pushing. We'll keep pushing with the strat of going for the National College first. The city is doing annoying things, isn't it? Default focus is going to take us 4 turns to grow. Production focus is going to take us 6. We'll shave 5 turns off. Let's get that next pot and then swap to production focus. Try and get the best of both worlds and do this as quickly and rationally as we can. Also, it'd be wonderful to connect those spices. And no one's super chatted to spend gold, but I do need to remember to spend my gold. This is very important. What is going to be of the greatest benefit here? I think we'll save, actually, because buying a settler could be more significant than any other option for us here. So I'm going to hold off, because I think buying a settler will be the best move. Oh, nope. We had nothing to fear. There is not a Genghis Khan waiting on the other side of this little knoblet. It's literally just a little knoblet. Knoblet? Not sure how I feel about that. Kind of regret saying that. Okay, we've got the wheel. Oh, that is a tempting build, the wheel. We'll Also contemplating where the next city will go. Yeah, it looks like we would like to see some mod stuff. We might want to see some mods. Okay. I don't... Let's see, 1, 2, 3. Ah, we can connect Wales with sailing, so definitely we'll grab that, because that Wales tile will be quite good. Got workers sort of standing around doing nothing. Mainly because there aren't any good tiles for them to work. Where's Babylon grabbing next? It's grabbing that in 6 turns, so we could just like pop here and do a wee farm or something. Get it future-proof. Yeah, there is nothing out there. All good. Actually, that's all great. Temple of Artemis built in a faraway land. We would, of course, expect not to get that early wonder. The Bardcat may be undefended. Quickly build a wee farm. Cool. We're looking good. We're looking good. Babylon is 1 turn away from us swapping it onto a production focus. Nice to see. We'll pop up onto this hill and rain love down onto that barbarian camp as soon as we can. Get this bowman out here just in case someone wanders along to mess with my workers. Next tip on the list will be education. Astronomy 2. So drama and poetry is going to be a pickup. Optics could be useful for the embarkment. I think we're doing okay for happiness, so there may not be an urgent need for that. Let's just reveal iron, because that will impact where our second city goes, actually. So I might just sneakily grab that first. One surrounded by Portugal, France, and Carthage. Unlucky. Damn Carthage. Lucky Carthage in this game is hot trash. Although a threat in the early game, of course. An unmet player has lost its capital. Oh no. Oh no. Japan controls the most original capitals at 2. The AI showing its true colors, ladies and gents. This is why someone spawning next to Portugal, France, and Carthage will probably want to build a few more military units than I have so far. That being said, long-time viewers of the channel will know that this is much more than I would normally do. I'm scared of deity. I'm scared of the AI. National Epic is really good for us because it provides plus 25% great people generation in the city. Babylon's strength is its great scientist production. Yeah, it's great scientist generation. So that's really good for me. I acknowledge the lighthouse is a reasonable improvement, but we're probably only going to have Wales. So let's move toward drama and poetry. And continue to just absolutely rain love down onto this barbarian hand axe, who for some reason didn't even bother attacking back, so we just destroyed him in every possible way. Right, you've built that farm, now you can pop back up there and secure another luxury. Didn't swap over onto production focus for a couple of turns, but it's not too late. We're hemorrhaging a little bit of gold. Shifting to a production focus will cut but 1 turn off now, so it's probably not worth it. We'll stick with growth. Let's consider which pantheon to get. I actually didn't think ahead too much on this. I have to sort of think, what are my chances of getting the Oracle? Low. Do I want to go all in on trying to get the Oracle? Probably not. I should probably play it safer. These are not desert tiles. They're of course just plains. We have, what, 1, 2... The city itself is on a desert tile, and then this academy is on a desert tile. So, +1 faith... yeah, I mean... It would get us a little bit of early game faith, but it's not great. Growth, I love growth. I'll probably just get growth, to be honest. It's simple, it's effective. We do have a couple of plantations, so there's that to consider. Otherwise, we don't have a huge clustering of resources. We're quite lucky we've revealed 2 different sources of iron. Very interesting. I don't really want the food from camp. Natural wonders, not so interested. Gold and silver, no thank you. Border growth, don't care. Quarries, will get us 2 faith as well. Do we care? Not really. Banana and wheat. Also, none of these resources on here are really resources that we're going to be able to get a lot of, regardless of where we settle next. So, I'm just going to play the good old faithful fertility rites. The go-to steadfast pantheon. Oh, get out of town! They just got a swordsman on the 1 turn. Oh, that's a yikes. That's a big tech upgrade that we're not going to be able to defeat very easily at all. Hello, biggest boofer. Nice to see ya. Babylon. More like Baba Yabadoo. Yes. Right, and a plantation on these spices. Again, good gold tiles for us, but not good food or production. We are clearing that forest though, so we will get a wheat production boost. We're not at rationalism yet, so we're not interested. Plus 15% production building wonders, plus 1 happiness for 15 citizens, or plus 1 gold and minus 1 unhappiness. That's probably better for us, considering I think we won't be pushing the Oracle at this point. It's probably too late. That being said, Japan has ruthlessly destroyed someone somewhere. I'm really a little fairish that the Japanese army is going to turn up on our borders. So, yep, war stick, absolutely a thing. Cannot forget it. Cannot forget the war stick. It's not worth losing a game because I'm too cheap to produce a blinking bowman or something. We don't really need defense against ranged attacks. I'm tempted to double down on this open terrain promotion here. And just really have some specialized troops. This one needs some combat experience. I'm keeping it here to defend my workers, but there's really nothing to defend them from, so I'm going to take a bit of a risk and venture out into the unknown. Maybe pick on some archers that are just worse than me in every way. Losing grasp on Milan, which is a shame because we're getting literally 30% of our culture from them at this point. So would be nice to not lose grasp on Milan. Now is the time where I can start building a settler. So I think my initial intention was to purchase it, but our gold has sort of floundered around the 435 mark. So I'm going to change tact. What I'm going to do is I'm going to produce a settler that will, of course, prevent the city from growing. So I'll go on to a production focus while we're making the settler. One or two extra turns there, which is always nice. Plink that, 10 damage a turn, not terrible. And then with the gold, spinned gold. Spinned gold. What we're going to probably need is either a trade route or a building, right? Because I want to invest in something that is actually going to provide something in return. Again, walls of Babylon. Nice walls. Do I need them right now? No. So I'm going to sort of greedily put them off. Stoneworks will give us an additional happiness and production, which is a nice investment for 320 gold. That being said, it would also be very nice to start establishing some trade routes. Difficult to connect to our trade partners across this vast landscape, though. I'm going to purchase the stoneworks. Adds 1 production to that tile. Not the best purchase ever, but it has left me with a little bit of gold in the coffers still that we can hopefully manipulate once we get our second settler online. Speaking of, let's consider what we want next. So, obviously I really want education, I want the university. So we're going to need to move through trapping, horseback riding, and civil service. Another fantastic one thanks to the farm improvements. We'll definitely get trapping, obviously. Let's push right through to civil service. It's going to require us to come through mathematics and currency, but that's all good. And that's sort of done for a while now, so to speak. Wow, okay. Okay. This is not ideal. Yeah, that... Oh, you're rushing Mausoleum. Interesting. Yeah. Spending gold on trade route would have been good. I'm just not confident I can protect the trade route right now. There's sort of nowhere for it to go where it can be protected. Right, that's dead. Please don't spawn another unit. I really need to send this bowman back to base. We're obviously not the most literate people. On deity, we would not expect to be the most literate people. At this point in the game, we're still very weak and vulnerable at this early level. The AI started with massive advantages. You know, they've probably got 3 cities already, I would say. Let's improve that iron. 2 turns until our settler comes out. We need to secure a really good next city. It wouldn't hurt for us to have a coastal city. I am eyeing up settling on this silk. Perhaps here. Next to a mountain, next to silk, right? Also coastal. The question is, do I actually want to be coastal? Because there's a real argument to be made for not going coastal because I may not be able to defend the coast. In which case, we bounce in on this 2 production tile, again settled next to a mountain, and near enough to a luxury and other bountiful resources. Lots of unworkable mountain tiles, but also quite defendable. Yeah, actually, I think we stay away from the coast. I think settling on the coast would be a bad move for us here. It's going to be a minor defeat. Not the end of the world. We'll be able to blink that off, no trouble. Here's our settler, ready to go, and we do have a plan, so we'll fight our way through up there. Military are feeling slightly vulnerable, but not terribly. Our happiness is somehow fantastic because we've only got the 1 city. So I would love the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus because we'll be expending great scientists later in the game. And we have this 1 stone. But probably if I was pushing a wonder, it would be the Oracle. It's real greedy and I won't get it in 15 turns. I just can't afford to do that. It's too much of a risk, I think. It is literally just too much of a risk. Grab the Writers Guild. It's important to set up those guilds, even though it might seem weird. In fact, it almost certainly seems weird, but I think it is important. Beef Bombard. Can you dust that off? No. Just shield for a turn. Oh, you failed? Oh, rip. Oh, yeah, I'm kind of worried I'm going to fail too. I'm worried that Japan's just going to turn up on the coastline in like a couple of 100 years and just absolutely roll over me, which would be kind of funny, but not ideal for the stream. Open. Chonk. Brilliant. Settler can make its way through. And might send this bowman up here to rendezvous with the gang. Gang is all here. We've got core house, we don't particularly care about that. Blink. Just scare off that guy. Alright, we're looking good. Pretty undefended at the capital at the moment, though, so to shift our priorities back there ASAP. In fact, we can probably do that now with this bowman. These guys should... This bowman and this warrior should be able to hold off this tide. Oh dear. Oh, we got lucky there. There's a rogue horseman rolling into town. Great lighthouse built in a faraway land. Blink. Meow. I think I really like this spot rather than the coast. I think I'm going to take the 2 production because it'll be 2 prod 2 food anyway. So let's do it. Dun da da da. A card has been founded. Now, city names. Who has super chatted that I have not named a city after? I believe we have one new channel member as well. I'll just get this tidied up first. So
for us, there is no calm before the storm. That's when we get to work, putting systems in place to keep you connected, no matter what.
Sorry, concentration mode. Concentration station. Alright, you do that. What tile do I want to improve next? Probably get that iron connected. Now, Babylon, willing to put it back on default focus for a bit now, I think. And do want a 3rd settler. I'm keen to get 3 cities down. We're still doing okay for happiness, which surprises me. I sort of don't trust it. I feel like it's going to fall apart at any point. Let's get another unit. I'd like something a little faster moving. Actually, let's get the stable, because I do want some horsemen that I can sort of run across this flat land too. So let's grab a stable just while we're still growing, and then we'll... actually, next turn I might change that to another settler once we've grown. I think that's probably more important. Because before I was at a city festival, but now it's time to become Babylonian nationalist. Yes! Got to Babylon again, that was fun. It's so fun. Alright, let's get all these tiles improved. Oh, we took a bit of a hit there. Just sneak back a bit. Our warrior is going to become wildly out of date very soon. Let's bounce a worker up to the city as well. And then we'll need to work on establishing a trade route soon too. Send the warrior out this way. This barb camp's going to be annoying probably, so... Yeah! Let's destroy. Set lasers to destroy. Right, another wonder was we missed out on. We expect that, to be fair. Move and heal. The old move and heal trick never fails. Okay, cool. So there's just an archer, which is going to be able to blink at us at some point, but I was afraid it might have been a swordsman, so I'm actually quite pleased at that. And we'll get to pick up a slightly later game goodie hut, which is always hilarious, because you can get some wild and crazy technologies the longer you leave it. Let's create a pasture. We'll farm some sheeps, little sheepies, get some food. The card is growing nicely. We'll need to get some trade routes set up as well. absolutely roll over this barb camp, and then maybe... Oh! You! Oh, you are the worst! Unbelievable gameplay. Unbelievable gameplay. I almost went to send my worker out to improve that tile, but that is not going to happen. Righto, next turn. We've got our stable up and running so we can get our own horsemen to sneak in and destroy such valuable units. That's gutting. Our economy is not looking very good. Let's build a caravan. And you can get out of there. We will come back to that later. Gonna need to clear that forest in 3 turns, so we're gonna get a little boost to our caravan, which is always nice. I'm back, what have I missed? Oh, yes you are, and as our newest channel member and most recent donor, you, of course, deserve to have a city named after you. Oh, not purchasing a tile is not what I wanted to do. Look at this.
Kia ora everyone and welcome back to Civ 5. In today's video I'm going to cover happiness and unhappiness. We're going to talk about the effects and impacts that happiness has on an empire, and also the negative drawbacks of unhappiness. I'm also going to take you through some subtle differences between local happiness versus global happiness, and some different ways that you can sort of earn happiness and make sure that your empire is happy and growing. If somebody can keep a counter of how many times I say the word happy in this video and post it in the comments below, I'll pin you as the top comment, because I am absolutely not counting it. Anyway, let's crack into it. Actually, one other quick thing. I will cover Golden Ages slightly, but I intend to make them their own video. So keep your eye out in the description below, because once the Golden Age video is out, I'll link it down there. Anyway, let's jump in and talk about happiness. So in the top left of your screen, you'll see a happiness icon. That is the happiness level of your empire. In this case, you can see it is 3. Now, positive happiness means your empire is happy. If your happiness is negative, you'll be unhappy. If we take a closer look up the top left here, you can see a breakdown of how I'm earning it. So I'm receiving 28 from all sources. Each luxury, in this case marble, spices, and wine, will provide 4 global happiness. Only 1 copy of each luxury will provide happiness.